I can't believe I'm about to do this. I'm scared to death. Can you even comprehend what's in here? What's growing in here? This is chicken that I've left in my cupboard in the Thailand heat. It's 1,000 degrees in there. 2 weeks. There's so many molds growing on it. If I survive this one, there's flies. No. Don't even know. If I survive this. Alright, let's just eat it. Let's just do it. It's supposed to be good for you. Rotten chicken. 2 weeks. Just do it. Heal my body. I love you. It was bitter. I feel high already. I am scared to death. If I survive that, I'll let you know the effects. But Jesus Christ, the more likely scenario is I throw that whole shit out and the jar and leave this country forever. No, you get out of there. It's my rotten meat. You can't have my rotten meat. No. No. It's my rotten meat. Yes, you can have some of the adrenal glandular. That's fine. It'll help your adrenal glands regenerate themselves. That's fine. You can have some. You'll have to learn how to open it yourself, my friend. I believe in you. Oh, God. So that happened. You can't go back now. If you want to get an idea of what that smelled like, I don't even know how to describe it, but picture an alligator on his last. He's dying here. He's in a swamp, a moldy swamp, and he finds a rotting moose. Been there for weeks. He's like, how did I not see that? Eats the moose, throws it up, realized that was a mistake, eats it again, dies, and his last breath is what that fucking chicken sandwich I just ate smelled like. It was like vomit. Chickens vomiting on each other and having sex. I fermented some calf's liver in the fridge for like a month, and it smelled like apple cider. I was like, this is great. What's everybody complaining about this high meat stuff? And then like after 2 days in the cupboard, a Thailand cupboard, that chicken turned foamy and liquidy, and I was like, oh, what happened to that? Oh, God. And now it's all these colors and molds, and nothing happened. Zero nausea. I feel happy. It didn't make me extra happy. That's what I was wondering. I'm already pretty happy. So it didn't I don't think I have depression anymore. So it didn't, I had nothing to cure. But you hear that a lot. People that are depressed and sad, they eat this high meat and they get so happy. I didn't really notice a difference. As soon as I swallowed it, I just noticed something. I was like, whoa. Just my body freaking out. Like, what did you just swallow? Should we kill it or love it? And it loved it. I'm not sure if it's worth it. It's so gross. I tried the chicken hearts. They were slightly more tolerable, but it's so disgusting. I don't think you can really bring that into your health mix. Nobody's gonna do it. I'm gonna try it several more times, but I have to notice like a super increase, like something. I just have to be laughing giddy for an hour straight for me to keep doing that. It's just not worth it for what I'm seeing so far. Like, the main benefit is I didn't die. So is high meat worth it? And would I recommend you do it? Honestly, I'm not sure what the benefits are. I thought that because it's fermented, you have all this bacteria, and it's like an inoculation of good bacteria that just like take hold in your gut and improve your digestion for weeks to come. But from what Audition is saying, they don't live in your gut. They don't take hold. They just digest the meat. So the main benefit of high meat is just that you're getting a lot of fat and protein, not a lot, but a little bit of fat and protein that's completely pre-digested for people with weak digestion. And for that, I would say just have celery juice before your meat meal, or take some HCl and improve your digestion that way. It's like the whole rotten meat thing, it stinks up your house and then your mouth, and then God knows where else it goes. And what does it do then? And if you're thinking for 1 second that this is the meat version of sauerkraut, no. Like, sauerkraut is good. It might smell a little sulfury, and it's an acquired taste, but it's a good taste. It's just sour and salty. Maybe if I added salt to the meat, it would do something better. But I don't eat salt anymore. Salt-free. So hydrated right now. Usually I'd be begging this woman to spray me in the face, but I don't need it. There's the hospital that I was taken to in an ambulance, and when I got there, they said 500,000 baht was the treatment, and they didn't even tell me what the treatment was. I was like, that sounds like a lot of money. It's a lot, like several, I don't know, 20,000, 40,000? It's ridiculous. And then they drove me to another hospital way down there, and that's where I spent hours agonizing in appendix pain. But we fixed it, my friend. All natural, all by myself. So proud of myself. People are still telling me to go to the hospital. I'm like, do people do that for no reason? I have no symptoms anymore, except my forehead's, it's getting there. It's coming back to life. Jesus, monkey Christ. Yeah, you look safe. You're not poisonous. Oh my God. So I'm just going to a market to get some beef. You know how I used to say beef gave me acne? I was listening to our buddy Old Audition, and he was saying sometimes beef makes people too acidic and they break out from it. And he doesn't say don't eat beef. He says always eat white meat with your beef. So I've been doing that, 0 issues so far. So he's onto some shit, some next level alien shit. He's just worked with so many people that they have problems, then he comes up with a way to fix it. It's like, okay, this person, a lot of people are having trouble with beef. Mix it with fish or little chicken, their problems go away, all right. And then he comes to conclusions, and they're usually right. It's very smart. I've been getting a bunch of comments about food poisoning. People saying, like, people that eat undercooked chicken often get that salmonella poisoning. And I don't know what it is, but there's something about cooking meat. Undercooking it is so much worse than just fully raw. I don't know what changes. It's almost like a bad food combination with itself, because part of it's raw, part of it's cooked. Well, I don't know, like you change the bacteria somehow. Something changes. Because I've eaten so much raw chicken with 0 issues, and I did get food poisoning, but it was from, I think, those frozen mussels, and those were probably cooked. Usually every frozen food is like pasteurized slightly. He tried to run me over. I had a dream I was in the king's office, the king of Thailand, and we were talking about my visa or something, and then I jokingly said, so what's it gonna take for me to get a permanent visa here? And he was like, why did you say that? I can't believe you said that. I'm so offended. And he just got so angry. I was like, what? And he reached for my passport. I was like, and then we had this heart-to-heart. He said something about like happiness, and I was like, are you happy? Are you happy, king? So we fixed it. What does that have to do with anything? I don't know. Something. It'll all come together. But I'm telling you, I have been sick so many times, and every single time it was cooked meat. never on raw. So there's something to it. There's something to it. It's not the bacteria on raw meat. It's when you cook it, you do something to it, and I don't understand it. If I didn't get sick on chicken that's been in my Thailand cupboard for 2 weeks rotting in its own filth, it ain't gonna happen. It's just cooked, so I have no fear of eating raw meat. Even stuff like here with all the flies on it, that's what I buy. The more flies, the more highs and lows. Sausage smoke. It's exciting to know that at least I can go out for sushi with my girlfriend back in Toronto. Although they probably add salt to the stuff, and I just see salt as a poison now. I don't think I'd ever want to eat it again knowingly, but you have a cheat meal, you blow it up with water, next day you pee it out, whatever. You'll live. Although apparently Audition had salt by mistake somehow. I forget how it happened. Like they soaked his chicken in salt or something. And he was constipated for 6 months after that. Like he had perfect digestion and then it just went haywire. And he was like, there's salt in this. God damn it. I don't know. It kills off all our good bacteria. My digestion has actually been flowing really good. And then I had a bunch of lime juice. And lime, I didn't know this, but lemon helps feed bacteria. Lime kills it. So if you ever want to like kill off bacteria, you got an infection or something, you go for the lime. But I had this lime juice and I couldn't stop drinking it. I drank like 3 500 ml bottles of it. And the next day I was constipated. It killed all my good bacteria. So I'm off that lime juice. That stuff was powerful. So I finally ate meat on camera. Although I suppose some of the conspiracy theorists will say that was soy meat or something. I promise you, you don't want to know about that meat. I have no problem eating meat on camera. It's just, I feel eating and talking is pretty much gross no matter what you're eating. So like mukbangs have always been the dumbest video to me. So that's why I don't do it. At first it was just to not offend vegans, but vegans are somewhat offensive by their very nature, so they're just gonna have to deal with that backlash. We made it to Tops Market. It's a market. It's like a computer / grocery store. All your needs in one. I'm getting some of those local beef ribeyes and a couple of strip loins. Why not? Pork. Everybody's afraid of pork, but I'm telling you, I've been eating raw pork intestines. If there's gonna be any bad bacteria anywhere, it's there. And I feel fine. I would love to be getting some of this salmon, but you just don't know. Fresh Atlantic salmon, Norway. I don't think it's wild. Usually the wild is 2,000 baht or more. It's like $100 a kilogram Canadian. If you want to see a what I eat in a day video, post it down below. It's been a long ass time since I made one of those. I should. There's not a lot for this kind of diet. There's probably a reason for it because it's weird and squiggly. I'll do it. I might get this honey. Looks like it's raw Longan blossom honey. It's dried naturally by the bees, which avoids the need for heat treatment. Wow. Even my sugar is carnivore now. Oh my god, I'm so carny. That's all you need in life. Beef, coconut water, and honey. Then you're good to go. I figured we'd try the honey for the heck of it. You know, Audition says that honey's only like 10% sugar. I don't understand how he knows these things. He says the rest of it, they produce an insulin-like factor, and it's like all enzymes, and there's like no sugar in it. So you can have as much as you want. It was a cork. How is this gonna end well? This is gonna be a sticky mess. tastes different than my other honey. My other one's a wild one of some sort, and this is the Longan Blossom. It tastes fruity. I'm still keto. Honey's low carb now. Honey's 10% carbs. That's low carb. Look at the size of that guy. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. Why did the chicken cross the road? Just say hi to that black chicken. We can get along. Brown, red, and black. Together at last. You know what's cool? This is a school. There's a big school over there. And I guess it's like lunchtime. And they have all these vendors here. Back in my day, you get out school lunchtime and it's all just like fast food. There's a pizza place. Sometimes I would go just get Doritos, a pop, Slurpee, and a chocolate bar. And this is so nice to have just all this homemade cooking. Even if it's not the healthiest stuff. Greasy sausages, and God only knows what those were, but they're trying. They got sushi. There's your healthy stuff. Liquids. I love that. Just feels like they care. It's like, let's make these kids healthy. Let's feed them right. Alright, I just got some duck eggs and some fish from Tesco, and I think that's about it. If you're wondering why I buy the coconut water in the cartons, it's just sheer convenience. Try lugging home like 10 large ass coconuts. I'm walking everywhere I go. So yeah, obviously it'd be better and probably a little cheaper too. It's like 20 baht for one coconut. I can't be bothered. And I'd have to buy a cleaver. That's like 300 baht, 250. That's cheap. But we're done. Thanks for watching the video today. Consider giving it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you're eating high ostrich meat sandwiches right now, but you're using mushrooms instead of bread. Portobello mushrooms. That's a low carb trick. You ever have that? I'll leave. What are your thoughts down below? High meat? Raw meat? Good? Not good? I'll leave. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you later.